very good day, good morning, good evening to everyone. I'm at ASIA FRUIT LOGISTICA in Hong Kong. It's 6 September 2023. I should share with you that I did participate in my life in many expos in many countries several times, but I never had an opportunity to join the ASIA FRUIT LOGISTICA because obviously Asia market was always outside of my responsibilities, and I was always more focused on everything was based in the Eastern Europe, Central Asia, Caucasus, and of course Russia. This is my first experience here. I'm very excited, and I would love to share with you some of my first impressions and opinions. And my first impression is it's very professional exhibition, made in the same style and obviously by the same people as Berlin Fruit Logistica. Of course, it's not that big as Fruit Logistica in Berlin. It's also understandable. And I see here many international companies. I see here also a lot of local companies from China mainland. I see Asian companies. I see here obviously a lot of the Dutch companies. So Artsen, it's just a few minutes ago I had a talk about them, about how hard they grow and how they're doing. And of course here a lot of the companies who is going to work in logistics. It's DHL. It's the company where works one of my most respected by me men, the most professional and human being person. Why I'm giving these compliments? Because it's true, it is not a compliment. So CEO of the DHL Global Forwarding, Mr. Tim Sharvat, and I see here DHL, of course, a lot of public, and they're doing kind of congress and master classes. Now we see here the Chinese companies. It's very interesting that I hear here a lot of the Russian-speaking people, and I haven't seen them this year in Berlin, but I see them there, and I see them here, and of course Peru, Ecuador. It's all the guys who is sourcing the new customers all around the world. It's China Pavilion. So Russian people are here looking for the new suppliers, for the new markets for their export. So how it will end up, I have no idea. But anyway, I see him there a lot. And I see here many people from South America, of course, and many Dutch people who is sourcing the big companies, and Ecuador, and of course the shipping companies. And this is the basically we walk now in the 40% of the first space hall, and now we are moving to the second one. As I told you, this is not very big one. Let him shoot. So see, everyone is happy, so we can go further. And it's not big, but it's very intense. It's more people. I see here than in Guangzhou Fruit Expo. Obviously, you can see that it's not that big, but it's very intense, as I mentioned before. So let's go to the second hall, and here you will see companies from USA. I surprisingly find out for myself that a lot of US investors in China growing blueberries, and many international companies are investing the money in China, and not only to ship to China but also grow in China and export it back to own countries. So it was very surprising for me. I see that the US is more presented here than in Berlin, but this is my personal opinion and this is my feelings. Most probably I'm wrong, so I can later to check the name of the exhibitors in Berlin and in Hong Kong. So, of course, Turkey is here. People are exporting. If you have seen my previous videos, I did test a lot of the Turkish products from the local supermarkets. Egypt is presented good. And we walk, and we see here a lot of business forums. People are here, walking, looking. It's very professional made, but as I mentioned it's all made by the same people as Fruit Logistica in Berlin. I see many Asian faces. I see many faces from the Middle East, because Middle East is also dealing here. I guess here's also a lot of people from Pakistan and India walking around. In this hall you can see more logistic companies, and they are presented here everywhere. And you see the company Siva. It's one of the big players in the perishable market now. It's a very old company with long history. You see here the Jaguar. It's a Dutch-based company. They have here name Leopard, but in Holland I know them as Jaguar. Sorry. And unfortunately I never had the opportunity to meet them, because since they get very big I cannot get in touch, and every time when I tried I have no luck, because they are not interested in startups as mine. This is what I heard. But anyway, I hope that one day I will be able to work also with them, to see Mars. And about Jaguar, by the way, except that my experience is not getting in touch with them, I hear only the positive feedbacks. The guys are growing, doing very good business, so my compliments if they can hear me. And here we see again the Chinese companies and many others. Here's also Korea presented, same as in Shanghai show. New Zealand is presented also here, and of course cherries from Chile and a Korean product. And, Korea is doing a lot of business with China, export and import. And of course here is Kuehne presented, worldwide leader in the perishables. He is working a lot of my ex-colleagues. About Kuehne I have always mixed feelings, because of my knowledge about this company from inside and outside. But most of the feelings were of course positive, because there were many of good and professional people. So basically I walk in the core of each stand, so you can get some feeling about how it works. As you see, with the beginning of the global recession, all the top logistics companies again began to work in the perishables, because perishables is not only about the revenue, perishables is also about the numbers of containers, numbers of kilos, number of trucks. So air freight is involved, sea freight is involved, overland is involved, custom declarations and insurances. So at the time of the global recession, is all big players for vegetables and fruits now have a big choice of the many of logistics companies, the companies who before were not paying the real attention to the perishables. I see that DSV is not changing their positions. I haven't seen them yet. So if they're here, then I do apologize. But if not, then I'm right that they do not change their policy. They keep doing only their core businesses and not perishables. because as I heard they're not interested. But anyway, DHL is here, Helmut is here, Seaway is here, Schenker is here, DHL is here. So they're all looking for the kilos, for containers and for trucks. So it's nice. So it's time for us again after the COVID-19. We have now again the opportunity as a customer to be here, because the previous years no one was listening properly to the customers. All the logistics companies were taking advantages from the situation and making the high margins and over priorities in the customers, dividing the customers in groups, first class, business class and the economy. But now situation has changed. Oh, here's my favorite pink lady. I love them. Year from year they are surprising me with the very good quality and all these proper advertisings and proper marketing campaigns. So it's now time for us, for the customers to benefit, and this time I hope that we will benefit in the good way and not the way to make the only advantages, but the way to build the cooperations with each other, and it's all going to be all right. So good to have a recession for to restart in the relationship and the other things. So, do you remember this gentleman? I took from him the interview in Guangzhou. So I see here more faces. Good farmer. It's a big company from mainland presented here. Also very big in the advertising and the marketing. So basically, welcome. It's the first day. It's first impressions, and I will try to make good interviews. Here is of course presented more of Western companies, and Western companies are always careful with interviews because they have to get permissions from the ones who is giving permission, and the one who is giving permission should discuss it with the one who is giving permission, the one who is giving permission. And I hope to find good and young companies who will not afraid to share the plans and give the interviews and grow up together with All Foods Market. So follow me, follow the interviews, follow the market trends, sign up and apply for being the valued customer and member of the All Foods Market, and benefit together with us and enjoy the life. So thank you, and we keep in touch.